And I believe it was Hua out with an early takedown on Weber. Very similar singlets here, both wearing gray singlets, as Weber is going to pick up a 1 point. That was not I didn't think that was loss of control there, but they gave Weber a takedown and let Hua go right back in on a shot. He's working on another takedown as Weber, the freshman, 44-4, Hua, a junior at 32-5.
Yeah, Jamie, if Isaiah Weber can weather this first period storm, we watched Hua wrestle yesterday, and he was dominating fashion until the third period. Then he blew a lung and had to hang on for a tight victory. So if Weber can stay steady right here, just like there, he's going to pick up a 2-point reversal if he can step over that heel. He does. That was a takedown, okay?
Escape.
All right. So there's an escape. Weber takes the lead now 3-2 on the junior. This is his third time talking to Coach Lyle Lundgren from MOC Floyd Valley, good friend of mine. This is the third time Hua has qualified, and Coach Lundgren says he has a tendency to go a little mind blank at times down there. So he was concerned about how he would react. And the freshman from Independence, 44-5, having a great season. Womack champ there, just doing a great job so far. He got the lead back. There's a 2-point near fall. He's up now 5-2, and he's working a cradle. He's got Hua in a crossface cradle. Does Isaiah Weber, and he's going to kick that left leg free as Hua's trying to bridge off of it. Isaiah Weber with a beautiful crossface cradle, Zach. Now you just want to settle in. You got 9 seconds. You can get the fall. There's the fall. There's the fall right there in 1:53. Isaiah Weber notches his second fall of the tournament in 1:53. I was just going to say settle in right there, Zach, but the freshman went for the fall and got it.
Yeah, he did. He did a nice job of really getting that tight. He got that arm straight across there and just really cinched that up really tight and got Hua not to be able to move right there and got the fall.
Jamie, no nerve shown by the freshman right there. He went after he gave up that first period takedown, he recollected himself and put the pressure on and got the fall.
Absolutely. Great job by the freshman there. Getting the fall in 1:53, so he will advance to tonight's semifinal round as he will take on the winner of Colby Lilligard of Bondurant Farrar and Sam Nelson of Clear Lake. That match over on mat number 8, so we'll keep an eye on that one. Coming up in this round, our next wrestler will be at 126 pounds. It'll be Kane Lunsman of Monticello. He's a sophomore. He'll be taking on Mason Cleveland of New Hampton Turkey Valley in the semifinals. 132 pounds. Ryan Phillips of West Delaware will have another rematch with Jalen Schropp of Williamsburg. Schropp leads that right now. I believe it's 2-1 is the series between them this season. So that'll be a great match at 132. At 138 pounds, it'll be Jaden Payton, the freshman for West Delaware, taking on Caleb Olenzak of Perry, as that's a rematch from the Perry Invitational, a match Olenzak won by fall in overtime. 145, it'll be Chase Lunsman, the senior for Monticello, taking on Will Esmoil, the junior from West Liberty. 152, Matthew Doyle of Independence will take on Adam Aronson of Union. 160 pounds, it'll be Cole Davis of Independence. He'll take on Justin McCunn of Red Oak in the quarterfinals. At 170, it'll be Wyatt Volker, the freshman for West Delaware, taking on Spencer Mooberry of Osage, who is a sophomore. At 195, it'll be Jordan Brees of West Delaware, the senior, taking on Dalton Chip of Hampton Dumont. And then at 220, it'll be Blake Stahlberg of Monticello, taking on Cade Hambley of Clear Lake. And an area matchup at heavyweight, it'll be Drew Evans, the senior from Independence, taking on the sophomore for West Delaware, Carson Petland. So a lot of matches coming your way here in just a little bit. We will take a short break and come back, as we'll have Kane Lunsman coming your way next, right here, as you're listening to the 2019 Iowa High School State Wrestling Championships from KMCH Sports.
Hungry? Head out to Hartridge Clubhouse for some roasted chicken any night after 4. If you like fish, try the Friday night fish fry. Call ahead and get your order to go. Feed the family tonight with Hartridge, just outside of Manchester on 195th Street.
Every good athlete recognizes the value of having a great coach. If you're buying or selling a home, make sure you team up with an experienced realtor to coach you through the process. I service the entire KMCH listening area. My office is located in Manchester, across from the hospital. Contact me, Teresa Turnus, from Keller Williams Realty for all your real estate needs.
Newhouse Construction and Concrete is proud to support all our area athletes. Give Phil a call at 927-5178 for your commercial, ag, or residential projects, or visit newhouseconstruction.com. Newhouse Construction and Concrete turns design into reality.
No one can win a game by themselves. At F&M Bank, our team works together to achieve the ultimate goal, exceeding client expectations. F&M Bank is a proud supporter of all local sports teams. F&M Bank, the right choice in Manchester, Cedar Rapids, Anamosa, and Monticello. Member FDIC.
Just like you take pride in your vehicle, we take pride in the service work we provide. This is John from Georgian Auto in Manchester. Whether it's routine maintenance or major repairs, we'll take care of your car and get it back on the road. Georgian Auto in Manchester, where complete automotive service and repair is our complete focus.
Ron McCarthy, Realtor with American Realty, has offices in Dubuque, Dyersville, and Cascade. Contact Ron for all of your residential, ag, and commercial buying or selling needs at 563-542-0800. Ron McCarthy with American Realty supports all area athletes in tournament play.
For all your general contracting needs, turn to the professionals at Lucky Building Service in Manchester. For commercial, remodeling, and building and new home construction, call the experts, Lucky Building Service in Manchester, 563-927-5677.
Rocky's Auto Body and RV Accessories, south of Manchester, is here for all your collision and RV repairs. Contact Rocky at 927-4025 when collision repair is needed. Rocky's Auto Body and RV Accessories, 4 miles south of Manchester on Highway 13. Best of luck to all the area athletes.
You may not wear glasses or contacts, but how do you know if you're seeing your best or if your eyes are healthy? Why not be proactive and get your eyes examined? Dr. Daniel E. Mersch and his professional staff at Manchester Family Vision can help. Manchester Family Vision Center on West Main, where clear vision begins with healthy eyes.
As your American Family Insurance agent in Manchester, I'm looking out for what matters to you. Even when nothing's wrong, this is Tad Mormon, agent. Call me at 563-927-3586 and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Insurance, Tad Mormon agent, 106 East Main Street, Manchester.
Contact me, Chad Frazier, at BC Land Services in Earlville for all your maintenance projects such as tree removal and trimming, small dirt work projects, lawn seeding, and more. BC Land Services is fully insured and licensed. Contact me at 563-590-8074 or on Facebook. And best of luck to all area athletes and coaches.
Stephen Motors, the only GM service dealer in Jones County with GM trained technicians. Check out their large selection of Buick and Chevy vehicles and GMC trucks. Stop by Stephen Motors in Monticello today.
This is Sarah from It's So Me Boutique in downtown Dyersville, inviting you to stop in, look around, and let us assist you in finding the perfect outfit for any occasion. We offer fashion-forward trends for women, including plus sizes, baby clothes, shoes, and fun accessories to complete any look. It's So Me Boutique in the heart of downtown Dyersville. And check out our Facebook page.
Animal Health Clinic wishes all area athletes in tournament action the best of luck. Doctors Borick, Meyer, and Weaver look forward to tending to the health needs of animals large and small. Animal Health Clinic at 15th Avenue Southeast in Dyersville, open weekdays 7:30 to 5 and Saturday 7:30 to noon with emergency services available. Call today.
Edgewood Feed Mill Construction is a general contractor and will assist you with the construction of your livestock facility, start to finish. For more information on Edgewood Feed Mill Construction, contact Steve Harris at 563-920-7835.
Kleesner Sanitation is always taking new customers for commercial and residential properties. If you need a large dumpster or container for new construction projects and roll-offs, call Kleesner Sanitation. Good luck from Kleesner Sanitation.
Hello, this is Fred Smock from Dunlap Motors in Independence. We are proud to support local school programs. So if you are looking for a new Chevy, Buick, or certified used car or truck, or just want to stop and say hi, stop in. That's Dunlap Motors in downtown Independence.
Bi-County Disposal specializes in commercial and construction disposal needs. They have a variety of containers available from 2 to 30 cubic yards. Whatever it takes, Bi-County Disposal in Dyersville, serving Dubuque and Delaware counties.
Back into the Wells Fargo Arena, we're going to have Kane Lunsman up on mat number, is he on 5? Is that where they call it? Mat number 5. It's going fast and furious now. There's a lot of matches wrapping up here We'll have Ryan Phillips coming your way in just a second, taking on Jalen Schropp. And then we'll jump right into Jaden Payton, Chase Lunsman, Matthew Doyle, and Cole Davis coming your way in just a little bit. So we'll be flying through these matches here just shortly.
Well, Jamie, this is going to be a great match here at weight class 126. Kane Lunsman 39-0 against that very battle-tested Mason Cleveland from New Hampton, Turkey Valley. Cleveland is 39-11, but Lunsman out quickly on a low single, climbed right up to the knee, snatched the knee of Cleveland. Now he's going to lift Cleveland up on the mat. Cleveland's got a shin whizzer on, and Lunsman's going to limp arm out of the whizzer and snap that left leg down and cover the hips of Cleveland for a 2-point takedown. So Kane Lunsman out to a great start, and that's just like you could script it there, Zach.
Yeah, he came out and got on his offense right away and picked up 2 points, which is huge. Once again, confidence in every match and continue to build a lead now.
Right on the edge of the mat, and we will get a restart as Lunsman drives Cleveland right off the edge. Lunsman slow getting back to the middle. Got that black sleeve on his right leg. His left leg is bare, but he's got a black tight, long black sleeve covering that whole right leg. We've seen a couple of guys, several people here cover one leg, and I think that's their shooting leg, and it stops the friction there, Zach.
Yeah, it does, and once again, maybe it's to their advantage, maybe it's because of injury. You never know with these wrestlers.
That 1-point escape by Cleveland as he comes to his feet. Lunsman tried to lift and return, and he's going to get dinged for stalling. Now 1-point escape for Cleveland. Lunsman back in on a fireman's carry. Let's see if he can dump Cleveland to his back. He does. He's got Cleveland to his back. He's going to pick up 2 right there. No back points, just 2 for the takedown. I'll tell you what, he had Cleveland sitting on his left hip and looking for back point. Switch attempt by Cleveland, nicely countered by Lunsman with the tight waist as he climbs Cleveland's body. 25 seconds and counting, a very active first period right here. And Kane Lunsman getting the best of Mason Cleveland right now. Cleveland now in a stand-up. Lunsman's got to cut him loose here so he doesn't risk giving up 1-1. Long single shot by Cleveland. He's in deep on a double. Lunsman trying to fight out of it. Hard crossface by Lunsman. It's going to be a 2-point takedown by Cleveland. This thing's going to be tied up at 4s as the first period winds down. So Cleveland on the go right there.
You continue to talk about, last second giving up points or getting points, and right there, unfortunately, Kane Lunsman came up and got a shot hit on him and gave up 2 points. The nice thing is it's still tied, 4-4.
And once again, Lunsman very slow coming back to the middle of the ring, and your official's going to have to talk to him and get him there. Now he's set. There's a long switch by Lunsman. He's very good with that long switch, and Cleveland's going to try to counter it with a tight waist. Now roll-through attempt by Lunsman. Once again, the scrappy Mason Cleveland from New Hampton, Turkey Valley latches on to Lunsman with a tight waist. Now he's going to try to stack up Lunsman. He's got a chick wing on the left, inside wrist on the right, and that is tight. He's going to try to stack Lunsman up with it, and Lunsman's going to try to get to his feet. Let's see if he can clear the arms of Cleveland. Cleveland's going to slap a cross body right in on the left side, power half Nelson on the right. Now he's going to put the double legs in. He's still got a power half Nelson, regular half Nelson in on the right side of Kane Lunsman. He's trying to open up those hips. He's trying to rotate. Cleveland's trying to rotate hard and open up the hips of Kane Lunsman.
And Lunsman's got to be careful here. As the more that Cleveland is readjusting, he's getting himself closer and closer to being in trouble here. Now Cleveland's going to try to run that bar arm across the back, and Lunsman's going to get it out, and he's going to go belly down.
Well, nice job of defense there, but Lunsman's going to have to move here. Lunsman will have to move as Cleveland once again with an inside wrist on the left, and he rolls that out to a bar. 43 seconds left to go. And there's a 1-point escape, and Cleveland tried to throw the legs in, and Lunsman caught that heel, flipped it over his back, and then sat out and faced Cleveland. Lunsman now up 5-4, but Cleveland in on a low single shot to the right side of Lunsman. Lunsman's going to have to down block. He's got a whizzer in as Cleveland picks up that right leg. Nice whizzer by Lunsman. Lunsman drops his head. Cleveland tries to throw a drive cradle in on him. Once again, that whizzer locked back up by Kane Lunsman. Going to have to hip in Zach as Cleveland still got a hold of the right leg of Lunsman. Lunsman winging that whizzer down. We're going to get potentially dangerous right there as Cleveland tried to circle to the head and had the right knee of Kane Lunsman hooked.
Over on mat number 3, it's going to be Ryan Phillips for West Delaware, as this will be the 4th meeting with Jalen Schropp of Williamsburg. As these two right now, Schropp leads this series 2-1. Phillips beat Schropp in the Bent Community Tournament. Schropp beat Phillips in the duel with West Delaware and Williamsburg, and in the finals of the WAMAC tournament. As they're just underway on mat number 3, quarterfinal at 132 pounds. There's Schropp in on a shot on Phillips. Phillips with a deep whizzer trying to hold on. He's going to let go and belly down. It's going to be a 2-point takedown for Jalen Schropp.
And on the restart, Cleveland's going to take down, and Lunsman up on top.
And here comes a cradle by Schropp. He's got Phillips in trouble. He's picking up back points. Kind of a reverse cradle there by Jalen Schropp. Ryan Phillips is in trouble. He's going to circle out of it, but it's going to be a 3 near fall for Jalen Schropp. He goes up 5-0 here with a minute left to go in period number 1.
And with 1:32 left to go, Lunsman is up on top right in Cleveland, and he's hanging on to a 1-point lead 5-4. Cleveland now trying to hit a long switch on Lunsman. Lunsman's going to try to tilt Cleveland out of it. No back points there as Cleveland rolled over his shoulders trying to get out of that tight waist head lever by Kane Lunsman. Lunsman now with the chicken wing in on the right side of Cleveland. 106 and counting to Kane Lunsman. You can't give up 2 here. Really, you probably can't give up anything here. Now we're going to get stalling against Cleveland as Lunsman's trying to run that tight waist and inside wrist on the right side. 50 seconds and counting. Now we're going to get stalling against Lunsman. And 1 point for Cleveland. Boy, oh boy. I'm not sure about that 1 iota. Our official called Lunsman for stalling, Zach and Jamie. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Tied up at 5-5, and Lunsman's going to cut Cleveland loose. Now Lunsman down 6-5. 41 seconds left to go in the match. Upset on mat number 3. Anderlich from Cresco beats Beasley from Center Point Urbana.
Mat 8.
Mat 8.
Phillips
yes.
is on 3.
All right. Yes, indeed.
Phillips is going to get no points as we go to period number 2. I didn't see. Did you see who chose neutral?
I did not.
I believe it was Phillips choosing neutral to start this second period, down 5-0.
Over on mat number 5, 16 seconds left. Mason Cleveland in on a low single, and he's burning a lot of clock right there. Stalemate now by our official. Lunsman is 10 seconds away from losing this match. He is undefeated. He is undefeated on the year, so long single shot by Lunsman. 7 seconds. Lunsman going to work on Cleveland. Cleveland backing out. Lunsman has time to peek at the clock. Shot after shot by Lunsman, and that's going to do it right there. Mason Cleveland will pull the upset 6-5.
Over here on mat number 3, Schropp is in on a deep single. He's got Ryan Phillips up over his shoulders right now. He's lifting to his feet right now. He's got to stay strong and really base out here, try to get that down, but he's got that down by the ankle, so he's got Ryan Phillips, in a very tough position right here.
And Jaden Payton going to be up on mat number 2, taking on Caleb Olenczak of Perry.
Jamie, when does that turn into stalling by Schropp over there as he's got that right leg?
He's still up.
We're neutral. Okay,
yeah,
we're neutral. Very good. Also by Phillips as he's over the top of Schropp. Schropp in on a single on the right side of Ryan Phillips. Phillips draped over the top of Schropp, trying to come out of the scramble. Here's where Ryan Phillips has really improved his technique. Schropp now coming out the back door. Phillips latching onto the right ankle of Schropp. Schropp trying to turn into Phillips for a 2-point takedown, and we're going to get potentially dangerous. Good call by our official.
He gave him 2, though.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did give him 2. So Phillips down. Has Schropp up now 7-0.
Still no score over here with Jaden Payton and Caleb Olenczak of Perry. As we're 0-0 with 1:07 left to go in period number 1.
Good move there by Phillips. He might have a 2-point reversal here. 4 seconds left. He's got to pull his head out. Drops over the top of Phillips. And let's get a loss of control. 1 point, no points there. It's going to be Schraub's choice, and he'll choose down to start the third period. Phillips has some catching up to do. Down 7-0.
Still no score over here with Peyton and Olenzak. We'll have Chase Lunsman coming up shortly as well. But here's Olenzak in on a long shot on Jaden Payton, trying to double off. Payton's going to try to whip him through, but Olenzak's going to cover him for a 2-point takedown with 35 seconds left to go in period number 1.
Brian Phillips has Jalen Schraub belly down. Hard crossface by Phillips. He's looking at a crossface cradle. Let's see if he can lock that up on Schraub. And Schraub's going to stretch out, break the grip of Phillips, and then take a roll off the edge of the mat. So we'll go back to the middle with 1:35 and counting. Schraub reset, and Phillips will ride the left side. Long switch by Schraub. Nicely countered with the tight waist by Phillips. And he's going to dump Schraub back down to his stomach.
Over here on mat 2, we're 7 seconds left in the first period as Jaden Payton is still down. They're resetting at the middle of the mat right here. I'd like to see him score a point right here at the end, but there's a lift and return right there by Olenzak. And we're going to go on the second period with Jaden Payton trailing 2-0.
Stalling call now against Schraub as he is belly down, and Phillips is working side to side on the back of the neck of Schraub. Schraub now trying to come up to his base. He does come up to his base. There's a chicken wing by Phillips. Phillips is being very, very physical on top. He gets himself a little high riding. There's a sit-out turn-in by Schraub. Schraub picks up a high leg over the top of Phillips for a 2-point reversal. It's now 9-0 in favor of the junior from Williamsburg, who's 38-2.
Jaden Payton choosing down to start the second period. He's going to pick up a 1-point escape. He's going to cut that lead in half. It's now 2-1 in favor of Caleb Olenzak of Perry. So 2-1, 142 as they go out of bounds. Left to go here in the second period.
38 seconds left to go. Stand up by Phillips. Let's see if he can turn this into a 2-point reversal as Schraub pulls Phillips on top of him. Got another scramble situation. We'll see if Phillips can come out of the scramble, and we'll get potentially dangerous right there as Schraub had his knee bent underneath the Phillips, so our official will stop it.
As they're going to, Jaden Payton, Caleb Olenzak go out of bounds once again. It's 2-1 in favor of Olenzak with 1:18 left to go in this second period. And I like Jaden Payton. Same situation we saw in that Perry Invitational. Just a hard-fought battle on a lot of hand fighting on their feet. Here's Olenzak with a really sweep single, real slick. He's going to pick up a 2-point takedown. He goes up 4-1 now on Jaden Payton.
Stand up by Ryan Phillips with 5 seconds left to go, and Schraub's going to pick him up and carry him off the edge of the mat. So with 4 seconds left, Jalen Schraub will get the third win in a row over Ryan Phillips. There will be a caution against Schraub. So Phillips will lose that match 9-0. So we'll see who he's got to take on. Brock Radke from Benton-Schellsburg.
Yes.
Okay. So another familiar opponent, another Walmack match. You're going to talk to Ryan Phillips there. His dad's going to put his arm around him and say, hey, flush that. Come back now. You win it. You win that next one. You're in the medal round. So that's where he's got to turn his focus to.
Back on mat number 2, Jaden Payton's got a lot of good pressure, but haven't seen very many offensive shots through him. And so you'd really like to see him get to his offense instead of forward pressure, because as soon as he's gotten forward pressure, he's getting snapped down and getting his head trapped underneath right there. So really look to see Jaden Payton get to his offense.
And he did pick up a 1-point escape, so it's 4-2 now in favor of Caleb Olenzak as they go out of bounds with 5 seconds left to go here in period number 2. Chase Lunsman will be up on mat number 3 as Lunsman taking on Will Esmoil of West Liberty. Third period with Payton and Olenzak. Olenzak will choose down to start this third period.
Another tough match here for the Monticello Panthers here as Esmoil comes in at 33-2. Lunsman 39-1. He's the senior from Monticello. So we'll see how he reacts. He's in on a nice single. He's going to try to back trip Esmoil. Esmoil is going to throw a whizzer in. Now a standing switch attempt by Esmoil. Lunsman's going to have to cut across to a double on that. He does. Esmoil in a scramble trying to come out the back door. What a scramble to open up this match as Lunsman on top of Esmoil. And Esmoil is going to come out the back door, roll over the top of Lunsman, catch his hip, and cover him up for a 2-point takedown. And what a scramble that was by Esmoil and Lunsman to start that first period at weight class 145.
Olenzak up to his feet. Jaden Payton going to drive him out of bounds. And they'll go reset now with a minute 37 left to go in this third period.
Stand-up turn-in by Lunsman. Esmoil is going to reach down, pick up the right leg, and then carry Lunsman off the edge of the mat.
Over here, Olenzak gets to his feet and gets out with an escape, so he goes up 5-2 on Jaden Payton. Really got to see Jaden get to his offense. They are now in the third period with a minute 23 left to go.
With 1:02 left to go on mat number 3, Esmoil up on top of Lunsman, riding tough now with a tight waist. He's trying to throw a cross body right in. Lunsman's blocking him off. Now Esmoil will dump Lunsman over to his hip. It's a scramble situation, and Esmoil is going to grab onto the hip of
and those two did wrestle in the championship of the River Valley Conference, and that was Will Esmoil with a 7-5 win at tournament over Chase Lunsman.
There's Olenzak with another takedown on Jaden Payton. He just hit him with a single and then lifted and got 2 points. So he goes up 7-2 with 50 seconds to go in the third period.
And with 21 seconds left on mat number 3, it's Esmoil has to go to the blood corner. So Lunsman will get a quick blow.
Payton still underneath, 35 seconds left to go. He's going to have to get going here as Jaden Payton running out of time here as he trails 7-2. They go out of bounds with 27 seconds left to go in this third period. So the freshman went to overtime with Olenzak at that Perry Invitational final, but Olenzak, those sweep singles that he's been hitting on Jaden Payton have been too much for the freshman for West Delaware here in this match.
Lunsman now to the blood corner, so we've got another stoppage on mat number 3.
As Olenzak goes to ride the right side of Jaden Payton. Again, 27 seconds left to go in this third period. Payton up to his feet. Olenzak's going to reach down and grab the leg. He's going to
period number 1 on mat number 3, crab ride by Esmoil as he's got the legs, he's got both feet behind both knees of Lunsman and under both arms.
And that's going to do it. Jaden Payton's going to lose in that match. 7-3 the final score in favor of Caleb Olenzak. So Payton will go to the backside. He'll take on Gunnar Rogers of North Fayette Valley in the consolation second round.
You talk about it all the time. You got to go flush that. It's a tough loss and a very good opponent right there. So Jaden Payton, being a freshman and taking a tough loss at the state tournament for the first time, he's really got to shake that off and come back to the medal placing round and continue to work.
Well, Esmoil with a 1-point escape on Lunsman, so he'll go up 3-0. Lunsman now diving in on a single. He's got the the left leg of Esmoil up momentarily. Esmoil slapped a deep whizzer on him, and Lunsman's going to grab that right ankle and take that to the outside, and our official's going to stop that. It's potentially dangerous. Nice job of officiating right there as we will go back to the corner as somebody lost their cotton out of their nose. I think Lunsman lost his cotton out of his nose. So blood timeout. Got it back in there, and back to the middle of the mat we go, and we're going to neutral position with 1:29 left in period number 2.
Over on mat number 8, we're going to have Matthew Doyle come to the mat for Independence, as he's going to be taking on Adam Aronson from Union here in the quarterfinals at 152.
Lunsman in on a shot, a single with his head to the outside, and I'm telling you what, if you don't cut across to a double, you're going to be in trouble, and that's what happened here. Lunsman now trying to go to a scramble situation with Esmoil. He grabs that left leg, elevates it, comes out the back door. He's going to trip Esmoil. That should be 2 right there for Chase Lunsman. It's now 3-2. I think about cutting him loose and going back on his feet. Tough ride now by Lunsman. Tripod stand up by Esmoil right on the edge of the mat. and we'll see how it works out. See if they give him 1 point, 1 point escape for Esmoil. So now it's 4-2. To Chase Lunsman, hey, you're still in this match, Zach and Jamie. Just got to get after it here.
He's got plenty of time over there too. They're only in the second period with 43 seconds left, up down 4-2 right now. So continue to get those deep shots and fight off those scrambles that Will Esmoil is really looking for, is just getting those scrambles.
So 30 seconds left to go in period 2. 4-2, Esmoil lead. Chase Lunsman drops in, tries to drop in on a double, a long way away, reshot by Esmoil. Lunsman might have a 2-point takedown, scrambled by Esmoil, high leg over now by Lunsman. Lunsman's trying to cover him up. Esmoil scrambles. Boy, oh boy, what a job of scrambling by both wrestlers right there with 5 seconds left to go in the match. Now it might be a 2-point takedown by Lunsman as he surges into Esmoil, and he's going to run out of time.
Over on mat number 8, still no score with Doyle and Aronson. Coming up on mat number 5, we're going to have Cole Davis taking on Justin McCoon of Red Oak in the quarterfinal at 160.
As we have a little short break here, I was just talking to Nathan Baskey in the stands before this session here, and talking about if you can't scramble, you don't work on that in practice. It's hard to put each other in those situations, but that's what you're seeing out here, and that's what continues to build in the sport of wrestling right now. So that's one thing that's tough for these wrestlers that aren't used to the scrambling of coming down here and staying out of those positions.
Well, we're going to start the third period with Lunsman down. He's going to choose down. Esmoil is going to ride. Esmoil with the claw ride in. Lunsman has him sitting on his right hip and trying to work out of that. Esmoil just clinging. He's got a suction cups in. Now he puts a cross body right in, double legs. He's got a power half Nelson on the left side, and we're going to stop that for potentially dangerous.
Still no score over here with Doyle and Aronson of Union. They met in the district final, and that was an Aronson win in that match at the district meet. And here's Aronson with 6 seconds left, is going to pick up a 2-point takedown. Again, as the first period comes to an end, he'll go up 2-0 on Matthew Doyle going into the second period. It'll be Doyle's choice. He will go down to start period number 2. Cole Davis in on a shot on Justin McCoon, trying to come up and trying to finish here. Need some of these matches to get over. We're about to get 4 matches going at the same time, but there's a 2-point takedown by Cole Davis. He goes up 2-0 over McCoon in 1:05 left to go first period.
There's a 1-point escape now by Lunsman. He's still down 4-3. Takedown would give him the lead. He's really going to have to battle here. Esmoil clinging on here as a front headlock, standing front headlock by Lunsman. Let's see what happens.
Davis is going to get reversed to his back, and Justin McCoon is going to pick up a 2-point reversal and a 3 near fall. So Cole Davis is trailing now 5-2 with 38 seconds left to go in the first period. Doyle comes up to his feet. He scores a 1-point escape, so he trails 2-1 with 1:20 left to go in period number 2.
Back to action on mat number 3 with Lunsman and Esmoil. It's 4-3, 50 seconds left to go. So takedown here by Lunsman would give him the lead, and Esmoil just staying in the middle of the mat and daring Lunsman to shoot. Well, you got to sense some urgency right here. You got time to set one up here. If you're Chase Lunsman, staggered stance, you're going to try to drop in on Esmoil. Now Esmoil goes right back to work with that standing front headlock. He's going to burn some clock time, a lot of clock time here by Esmoil, as he's got a standing front headlock, and Lunsman not trying to drag out of it. He's forcing Esmoil back. Now short drag by Lunsman. Let's see if he can turn this into 2. Standing whizzer by Esmoil, and he pulls Lunsman off, no points.
Still 2-1 with Matthew Doyle trailing Adam Aronson of Union. 30 seconds left to go second period. First period over on mat number 5. Cole Davis trailing 5-2. He will go down to start the second period.
5 seconds left in the match. Lunsman takes a shot of Esmoil. Esmoil backing up. He gets dinged for stalling, and that's going to do it. It's going to be Will Esmoil, 4-3 win. So Chase Lunsman will get thrown to the backside there, and he'll have to kind of do it the hard way. An opportunity to come back for third, but it's going to do it the hard way. Mat number 8 now, Doyle and Aronson. It's 2-1 with 10 seconds left in period number 2. Doyle in on a deep shot. Heavy hips by Aronson. And that's how our second period is going to end, and it's going to be Aronson's choice. He's going to choose down. So our Class 2A boys finding the going just a little bit tough here. And again, as you progress in rounds, Jamie, it gets tougher and tougher, and the intensity level goes higher and higher.
Well, it certainly does. And, this is that tough round. And then, a lot of times you got to, off of a loss, you got to try to come back and wrestle again this afternoon. So got to be ready to go if you're these guys losing these matches.
Over here on mat number 5, McCune just end up pinning Cole Davis right there in the second period with only 52 seconds left to go. So that'll bump Cole Davis to the backside.
What about that? What was the time? 3:08?
3:08, yes.
That's correct.
Over on mat number 8 now, Doyle and Aronson in neutral position. 132 and counting. It was Aronson's choice, and Doyle just let him up. So it's 3-1. Doyle was in on a great shot there on the edge of the mat, and Aronson countered it. So Doyle's going to have to circle back in and find a shot here that's going to hit the mark on this sophomore that has caught fire. Or since the Benton Community Tournament, he just caught fire. There's a nice double by Doyle. He's got Aronson sitting on his backside. Might be 2. Hard whizzer by Aronson. Boy, Doyle had Aronson sitting on his backside. If he could have climbed the body, he had 2 and 2. Now a hard whizzer by Aronson. No points there as they're on the edge of the mat. Off the edge of the mat they go. Great shot by Doyle, double leg, and he had Aronson sitting on his backside. And if he could have climbed the body, Aronson that would have been 2 and 3. And once again, those great hips by the sophomore from Union LaPorte City kept Matthew Doyle from scoring points.
Over on mat number 1, it's Wyatt Volker, the freshman from West Delaware, taking on Spencer Mooberry of Osage as they're just underway. Minute 10 left to go first period. No score with Volker and Mooberry. That was a 7-3 Wyatt Volker win at the South Winneshiek Invitational the second weekend of the year.
Let's see if we can get somebody to have a stoppage here for these 2A wrestlers right here. And we know we're not really talking about team duel right now, but right now we're just finding this, it's really tough. And he's in on a deep shot right there on an outside single, trying to finish. And Mooberry's doing a nice job with heavy hips and ends up going off to the mat.
So Matt Doyle in the butt corner there, getting a piece of cotton. And there's, not sure how much time.
That's what you like to see right there, a bad shot by Mooberry, and then all of a sudden Wyatt Volker just gets around behind. Now all he has to do is lift and return as he's got him, and he's got to stay out of those scramble situations and finish those shots early.
There he's going to finish as a 2-point takedown for Wyatt Volker. A switch attempt from their feet by Mooberry. Volker's going to double off and take him down with 18 seconds left to go in period number 1.
Well, 50 seconds left to go in this match on mat number 8 with Matthew Doyle and Adam Aronson, the sophomore from Union LaPorte, who's 44-1. There's a long shot by Aronson in deep on Doyle. Let's see if Doyle can turn this into a defensive takedown. He's stuffing the head of Aronson. Aronson still latching on to the left leg of Matt Doyle. We get a quick stalemate. Thank you, Mr. Official.
First period over, Volker's choice. He'll go down to start the second as he leads 2-0 here in the quarterfinals at 170.
That was the first shot that Aronson took on Doyle. Other than that, it's been Aronson scoring points off Doyle. Long shot by Aronson there, long low single. 17 seconds left. Matt Doyle's going to have to pull the trigger here. Off the edge of the mat they go as Doyle tries to hit a sweep single on Aronson.
Volker with a 1-point escape. He goes up 3-0 now. Minute 45 left to go in period number 2.
13 seconds left. Matt Doyle has time for one good shot. Let's see if he can set it up. There's a long double by Doyle. He's in deep. Let's see if he can climb the body of Aronson. Climb the body. Once again, Aronson high legs over, elevates Doyle. He's going to pick up 2 and 2 on that. And Aronson with a little unsportsmanlike to end the match. That was a great shot by Matt Doyle. Got in on that double. Once again, Aronson elevated Doyle. And a tough loss there. Going to go down 7-1, but it was a lot closer than that.
As we're still in the second period over here with 13 seconds left, and they're still on their feet neutral with Wyatt Volker. right now and just in the middle of the mat, tying up hands, and really, you know, you can't stand flat-footed here. Continue to move side to side and continue to stay on your offense as he's been doing all season long.
Sweep, or a high crotch attempt by Newberry. Nice fight off there by Wyatt Volker. Now Volker,
I apologize. It was a minute 13. I didn't miss the one down there. So they're now down to 49 seconds left to go.
Here in the second period, Volker leading 3-0 over Spencer Newberry of Osage. Newberry, a sophomore for Osage Green Devils. We'll wait for Jordan Brees to come up here for the Hawks. He will be our next wrestler up at 195 pounds. As Volker and Newberry still on their feet. 20 seconds left to go now here in period number 2.
Jamie, he just gave up a stall call right there.
Volker did?
Yes, he did. And there's not one shot by Newberry, and his feet were moving a little bit backwards, but nothing too serious right there.
As the second period comes to an end, Volker with a 3-0 lead. It'll be Newberry's choice to start period number 3, and he'll choose down.
Newberry to a stand-up right here onto their feet, and Volker just releases him right there. So we'd like to see Wyatt get after his offense and continue to hit his shots, especially after getting called for the stall call at the end of that second period. There he goes. He hits a nice shot, outside single. Again, he's got to get to his feet, finish. Blocked down right there by Newberry, and they go off the mat. So they're back to the center of the mat. They go.
And you're right, Zach. It's been a lot of shots by Wyatt Volker, and he's the one who got dinged for stalling. And now Newberry in on a shot. And Volker's going to come around the backside and pick up a 2-point takedown. He'll go up 5-1 here with a minute 20 left to go in period number 3. So Wyatt Volker trying to become our first?
Our first.
Second.
Weber.
Oh, that's right.
Isaiah Weber.
Yeah, Weber, our second semifinalist in Class 2A. It's been a rough round for our 2A wrestlers. A minute left to go, third period for Wyatt Volker.
Jamie, I think we talked about it, but these 2A teams and these 2A wrestlers are some unbelievable wrestlers right here. So you knew it was going to get tough, and it's going to get tougher as you continue to move through this bracket.
As Volker's going to 5-1, 54 seconds left to go in period number 3. As after this round, he'll go right into the Class 3A semifinals and third-round consolations. As Volker riding tough on the right side of Newberry. 40 seconds left now in period number 3. Volker trying to hold on and make the finals for the Hawks here as the semifinals as a freshman. And a 1-point escape for Newberry with 30 seconds left to go. It's 5-2 in favor of Volker. And Volker can't back up here as he's been warned for stalling.
That'd give it a 5-3 if he gets dinged again, and then that gives a takedown to tie that thing up. So he's got to continue to stay in the middle of the mat.
They go out of bounds with 20 seconds left to go in this match. A lot of hand fighting again here by Volker and Newberry. I'd like to see Volker not back up here, maybe dive in on a shot. Newberry's just pushing him here. He's not trying to take a shot. Now Volker with a shot. Newberry's going to just crowd him, and Newberry might pick up 2 here. He does. It'll be 5-4 with 3 seconds left to go. But Wyatt Volker's going to advance to the semifinals with a 5-4 win over Spencer Newberry of Osage. So Wyatt Volker does it again. He will advance, and he will take on the winner of Paul Ryan of Mount Vernon and Jackson Kinsella of Creston. And currently that is a 5-2 lead for Paul Ryan. So we could see this matchup for the 4th week in a row between Ryan and Volker. And 5th time this season.
And we thought we might, Jamie. We didn't know what round it was going to be in, but we thought we might after watching them wrestle the last couple of times. So congratulations to the freshman from West Delaware. That was a hard-fought. He beat Koresh from Charles City 4-3. Now beats Newberry 5-4. So he's wrestling very, very well at this point.
As we'll wait for Jordan Brees to come up here We'll take a short break and come back with that match right after this. You're listening to State Wrestling coverage from KMCH Sports.
Clayton Drug supports all the area athletes and coaches on a successful season. Stop in and visit with one of their pharmacists today and be sure to check out their large selection of home decor and gift items. Clayton Drug in Strawberry Point, a local pharmacy you can trust.
Hey area athletes and coaches, my name is Brooke. I am cheering you on this sports season. Krogman Construction would like to congratulate all area athletes and coaches on a successful season and wish them continued success in tournament action. For all your building needs, call Krogman Construction at 563-920-8202.
Back into the Wells Fargo Arena, Jordan Brees about to take the mat, but Wyatt Volker with that nice win. He will take on Paul Ryan in the semifinals later tonight. 4th meeting in the row, 5th meeting of the season between Volker and Ryan. Can't wait to see that one tonight. Jordan Brees up on mat number 8. He's taking on Dalton Chip from Hampton-Dumont.
Yeah, and the skinny on Chip he's a senior from Hampton-Dumont, the Bulldogs. North Central Iowa, Chip is 40-2. So a tough task here for Jordan Brees. We'll see if he's up to the task. Tell you what, Chip is built like a bulldog. He is short and squatty and heavy legs, heavy hips, and broad shoulders. So Jordan Brees will have to muster everything he's got in that singlet today to battle the Bulldogs from Hampton-Dumont. Right underway now. A short arm drag attempt by Chip, and that's easily countered by Brees. Staggered stance by Brees, leading with his right leg. Chip's leading with his left leg, so contrasting styles right there in neutral position. Collar tie by Chip, retied by Brees. Brees is going to snap the head. Chip will back out of the middle of the row. There's a sweep single attempt by Chip. Brees misses on the front headlock as Chip squares him off. 102 and counting. Quarterfinals. The winner will wrestle again tonight in the semifinals, and the loser will wrestle later on this afternoon to win or be eliminated from the tournament. 47 seconds left in period 1. Brees collar tie, Chip collar tie. Brees wearing the green leg band here in this match. There's a long shot by Brees to the right leg of Chip, and Chip is going to backstep on that leg, so Brees will not be able to grab behind the knee. Made a good attempt at it. There's a long double shot by Chip. He is in deep. Nice down block by Brees. Great hips by Jordan Brees right there as Chip was in deep. He was locked up behind the knees, and Brees did a nice job of hipping into Chip. 7 seconds left to go. Another long double by Chip. Front headlock attempt by Brees. That's going to do it for period number 1. We'll go to period number 2, 0-0. We've got Lake Stahlberg coming up here.
Yep, mat number 2.
All right. So it's going to be Brees' choice. He's going to choose down to start period number 2. Dalton Chip is going to ride the right side. Brees in a nice stand-up, and Chip's going to cut him loose. And there's a single shot by Chip in deep on the knee. Caught Brees as Brees was stepping into Chip, and there's a one-point escape by Brees, and Chip decides he's going to go neutral with Brees. Brees leading with that right leg, and that's exactly the leg that Chip shot at. So we'll see if Brees can switch up the stance here and lead with that left instead of the right. 1:35 and counting, not score tied at deuces with a minute and a half left to go.
And Lake Stahlberg taking on Cade Hambley of Clear Lake over on mat number 2. We'll keep an eye on that match as well.
Back to neutral position. Chip 2, Brees 2, 1:19 and counting. Chip working the head of Jordan Brees. Very heavy hands is the senior from Hampton-Dumont. Brees trying to shoot at that right leg. There's a slide-by attempt by Brees. And he missed the mark on Chip as Chip squared him off. Going to have to fully commit to that slide-by, and he might be able to get an angle on Chip. There's a tap and go by Brees. Off the edge of the mat they go. Great action by the senior from West Delaware. 54 seconds and counting. 2-2 is our score. Then it's going to be Chip's choice to start the third period.
2-point takedown over here by Cade Hambley and a quick one-point escape by Lake Stahlberg. So 2-1 lead for Cade Hambly. Now high crotch attempt by Hambly. He fights that off. And Stahlberg trailing 2-1 with a minute left to go in the first period.
Oh boy, chipped in on a low single, and Brees makes a cardinal mistake as he drops his head, and Chip reaches up and grabs the head, wraps up a drive cradle on Jordan Brees. Brees on his back. I'm not sure he's going to be able to get out of that, and he is not. Jordan Brees will lose by a fall in 3:46. Jordan Brees losing by a fall in 3:46. As he was in a good count on that, had a great whizzer, and as soon as he dropped his head, you can tell Chip just, he didn't even look for it. Chip just reached that right arm up and curled that head of Jordan Brees underneath. Once it was locked up, it was tight.
Yeah, he just, made that one mistake of leaving his head close to his knee right there, and that's just one thing you can't do as a wrestler is keep your head close to your legs, especially with guys that know how to cradle.
So Jordan Brees will get thumped to the backside, and now he'll have to come back. He'll have to come back and do it the hard way, wrestling in about an hour in the Constellation backside matches. So we're going to move up to mat number 1. We got action on mat number 1, an area matchup at 285 with Carson Petlin and Drew Evans. These two have never wrestled this year. They did not meet in the WAMAC. The duel between the Mustangs and the West Delaware Hawks was canceled due to bad weather, and there was not enough time left in the schedule to make it up.
Second period starts. Lake Stahlberg chooses down, and he picks up a quick 1-point escape. So he ties this match up 2-2 with a minute 45 left to go in the second period.
Once again, Petlin has the size advantage on Drew Evans here. Evans has the age advantage. He's one of the seniors on that Mustang team, and we'll see if Petlin can use those heavy arms, and we'll see what Drew Evans tries to do to counteract that size that Carson Petlin has over him. Slide by Petlin. Let's see if he can turn this into 2. Boy, had a slide by and made an attempt at that low single. A good combination that worked for him against the wrestler from Van Meter. That would be Darren Sesker. Neutral position, 58 seconds left to go. Petlin and Evans and Petlin, 20 miles apart, and they come down here and wrestle at the well in the quarterfinal round match of Class 2A. 45 seconds and counting. Hard collar tie by Evans, retie now by Petlin. Petlin trying to set up the slide by on the left side of Evans. Petlin doing a nice job creating some pressure changes against Evans. Evans now is going to latch on to a 2-on-1 on the right side of Petlin, and Petlin's going to push him away and shuck that right arm. 22 seconds, hard collar tie by Petlin, now a retie by Evans. Evans trying to force the issue a little bit on the sophomore from West Delaware.
Over here on mat 2, you're still tied 2-2 with 32 seconds to go, and Lake Stahlberg tries to hit an outside single, sweep single there. Didn't hit his mark, but he's staying up on his feet. He came up really nice right there and didn't sit, so they're back to their feet with 20 seconds to go with the second period, still tied 2-2. And there's a shot right there by Hambly. He's got Lake up in the air, and he just gets a 2-point takedown, going up 4-2 with 8 seconds left in the second period.
It's going to be Petlin's choice over there on mat number 1, and he's going to choose down. Going to come to a quick stand-up. He's going to split the hands of Evans, and this thing has overtime all over it right now, the way it's going. Although Petlin's been close twice with that slide by to a low single, and Evans has offensively, Evans has not tried to attack anything low level on Carson Petlin.
No, right there going in the third period, Hambly had his choice, and he went down. So it's still 4-2 with Lake Stahlberg riding tough on top of the wing. And he's on the left side of him right there looking to get a turn, but they're on the edge of the mat, so he's going to have to really work to get, and they go off right there with a minute 35 left.
Evans now pressuring Carson Petlin on the edge of the mat, and 1:15 left to go. Petlin now will circle back in, and that was the first offensive action there by the senior heavyweight from Independence. Underhook now by Evans on the right side of Petlin. Petlin feels very uncomfortable in those underhooks, so he's going to back out, and Evans feels real comfortable in those underhooks as we've seen him throw a couple of guys in the WAMAC and throw a guy here, that would have been Jesse Leisure from Tipton. So Evans feeling very comfortable going upstairs. And Carson Petland feeling a little bit uncomfortable right now with 43 seconds left to go in the second period.
Matt, too, Lake Stahlberg ends up, he hits a switch, Hambly hits a switch on him to his feet, and Stahlberg just ends up letting him loose. They're back to their feet. Stahlberg, he is down. Lake is down 5-2 right now.
Well, Carson Petland gets dinged for stalling there. Wasn't really stalling as Evans just was bull rushing him off the edge of the mat. But, you know, if you get down here, you're going to take that call. So Petland will have to hold his ground. There's a slide by Petland. Let's see if he can cut the corner, trying to take Evans down to the mat. And the senior from Independence shows some good balance there as he keeps his feet. Now Carson Petland from West Delaware showed a little emotion out there on the mat against Drew Evans.
With 30 seconds to go right here, Stahlberg tries to hit a throw and slips down and gives up two, going down 7-2 with just 18 seconds to go in the third period.
4 seconds left to go in the second period on mat number 1, and we're going to go to the third period with Petland up 1-0, and Evans will choose down.
15 seconds to go over here on Lake Stahlberg's match. He is down on his base with his head on the mat, and it looks like that's how this match is probably going to end, 7-2 with 5 seconds left. And that's the way it's going to end. So Lake Stahlberg falls to Hambly, 7-2, getting thrown to the backside.
Nice ride by Petland as he's got Evans. Evans belly down. Petland doing a nice job staying behind the arms. Drew Evans now up on all fours, trying to come to that tripod stand-up, and he will, and he's going to score a 1-point escape. We're tied up at ones right here with a minute and a half left to go in this match.
Roger, we really hope that stall call doesn't hurt him in this match when he really wasn't backing out or anything. So he's got to stay on his offense, continue to hit those slide bites. He's been real close. Hopefully by the end of this match, he gets that 2-point takedown.
Yeah, Evans now trying to push Petland to the edge of the mat. And slide by attempt by Petland. And Evans, once again, is just a bull rush, trying to drive Carson Petland off the mat. Petland will circle back in. Long single shot by Petland on the whistle. And Wisely comes right back up to his feet. Front headlock now by Evans, standing front headlock. Petland tried to catch the back heel of Evans, and Evans showing some fancy footwork there. Good idea by Carson just to try to surprise Evans, and Evans with nice feet there to avoid the takedown. 49 seconds and counting here in third period. It is 1-1. Quarterfinal round match here at 285. The winner stays on the front side, and the loser will have to do it the hard way on the back side. Two of the Walmax best going at it right here at the well. 33 seconds left to go. Again, Evans has not taken a shot or done anything offensive here this match in neutral position. Doing a great job upper body, though, pummel position, working heavy hands. 19 seconds left to go. It looks like we might go overtime here unless something crazy happens within these last 13 seconds. Hard collar tie by Evans, retie by Petland. Petland's going to circle back into the middle of the mat. 5 seconds left to go, and we are going to overtime. The last match left on the floor of the well, and it's going to go to overtime.
I'd like to see when he gives them pressure right there with Drew Evans coming at him to hit that low outside single shot. I think he can plant him right on his face.
Well, we'll see if he can hear you from up here, Zach. 53 seconds left to go in overtime. Neutral position. We start that fourth period in neutral position. Hard collar tie by Petland. Retie now by Evans. Evans forward leaning into Petland. Now Evans comes right back to that underhook, and Petland's going to back out of it. 35 seconds and counting. Hand control now by Petland. He's got the left arm of Evans trapped. Now collar tie by Evans to the right side of Petland. Petland with a retie with his left. 23 seconds and counting. Evans now stalking with that right leg, leading with that right leg. Petland in a square stance. 15 seconds and counting. Nice job by Carson Petland, heavy on the head of Evans, and he almost had Evans in a snap down right there. 6 seconds left to go, and we're going to period number 5, and we'll flip the disc one more time. That'll do it. Coach Reth in the corner. Coach Doyle in the corner for Evans. Going to be Petland's choice. He's going to go down. And 30 seconds on the clock. Period number 5, 30 seconds. And there's Petlin with a nice stand-up, and he's going to split the hands. Going to try to split the hands of Evans. Got to be stalling right there. As Evans is going to pick up Petlin and take him back down to the mat. Now Evans is going to cut him loose. 1-point escape right there by Petlin. He takes the early lead, 2-1 now with 12 seconds left to go. We'll go to the 7th period, and I'm sure Evans will choose down, and Carson Petlin will be 30 seconds away from riding out Evans for the win. That's going to do it right here.
Still got to be careful here. If you're riding him out and you get to a leg that you finish and don't hang on tight, he gets to his feet, you got to cut him, because that stall call, once again, can come back to bite him right here, and it'd be 2-2. And then if he escapes, it goes to 3-2. So he's got to do a nice job, be a smart wrestler here if he gets to his feet, just like he does right now. Yep, and he just releases him. So we're still tied 2-2 right here as he gets an escape.
And remember, Petlin scored first in this match, so that'll be important if they go into the ultimate tiebreaker.
14 seconds left to go. Again, I'm not sure that Drew Evans wants to take any shot under Carson Petlin. And we're going to go 7 seconds left here. We're going to go to period number 8. 30 seconds back up on the clock, and it's going to be Petlin's choice. And he'll have to go down. He's going to have to move right away. Drew Evans, if he holds Carson Petlin down and rides him out, he will win. Carson Petlin scores 1, he will win. Petlin now to his feet. And now Drew Evans has Carson Petlin posted on his left hip. Petlin now with 22 seconds is trying to get back up on all fours. He does. Now Petlin with an outside stand-up. Now an inside stand-up. Petlin to his feet. Going to split the hands of Evans. Evans is still wrapped around Petlin. Petlin, there's a 1-point escape right there. Carson Petlin is going to win this match by a score of 3-2 in the ultimate tiebreaker right there. So the Hawks go 2 for 5 in this round. And Carson Petlin will punch his ticket to the semifinals there. Jamie and Zach, what a match that was.
Oh, that was fun. You know, those are two of our area's best heavyweights going toe-to-toe for the chance to wrestle in the semifinals later tonight. And, you know, it's unfortunate that one of those two had to lose that match, but it was Carson Petlin getting the win 3-2 in the ultimate tiebreaker. As now we're waiting for the Class 3A to take the mat. As in Class 3A, are going to be the semifinals, as we will not have a semifinalist until 100. We won't have a wrestler until Elijah Demmer at 152 pounds. And then at 160, it'll be Riker Karimsky in the semifinals. Jake Hush will wrestle in the consolation round. And Devin Ludwig will wrestle in the semifinals. So we'll have quite a bit of a break here before we get to Elijah Demmer. So I want to thank our sponsors of postseason wrestling here on KMCH. As we're going to take a moment of silence, so we'll take a break and come back. You're listening to the State Wrestling Tournament from KMCH Sports.
For the best selection of Chevy, Buick, and GMCs in the area, see Bob Stephen Motors in Manchester. We offer straightforward pricing and carry a low overhead, so we can pass those savings on to you. We also take care of you after the sale and offer a state-of-the-art service department with ASE trained technicians. For a full list of our inventory, visit us on the web at bobstephenmotors.com.
Back into the Wells Fargo Arena. Jamie, Roger, and Zach back along with you. What a great match that was between Carson Petlin and Drew Evans. In our sponsors of postseason wrestling here on KMCH, Lucky Building Service in Manchester, Family Vision Center, American Family Insurance, Ace Body Shop, Pizza Ranch, Pete's Small Engine Repair, BC Land Services, and Stephen Motors in Monticello. Recapping our Class 2A round, it was a little bit of a tough round for our Class 2A wrestlers. It started off great as it at 113 pounds. It was Isaiah Weber of Independence with a fall in 153 over Johnny Hua of MOC Floyd Valley. Coming up tonight in the semifinals, Weber will take on Colby Lilligard of Bondurant Farrar. At 126 pounds, Kane Lunsman of Monticello losing 6-5 to Mason Cleveland of New Hampton Turkey Valley. Coming up later in this next round, Kane Lunsman will take on Avery Aben of Osage. At 132 pounds, Ryan Phillips losing 9-0, a major decision to Jalen Schropp from Williamsburg. Coming back in this next round, Phillips will take on Brock Radicke of Vinton Shellsburg. 138 pounds, Jaden Payton, a freshman for the Hawks, losing 7-3 to Caleb Olenczak of Perry. Payton will come back and wrestle Gunnar Rogers of North Fayette Valley in the consolation round. 145 pounds, it was Chase Lunsman losing 4-3 to Will Esmoil of West Liberty. Lunsman will now take on Isaiah Spencer of Spencer in the consolation second round, excuse me. And Cale Meyer of West Delaware will come back in this next round. He'll take on Miles Hansmeyer of Waukon. 152. Matthew Doyle of Independence was beaten 7-1 to Adam Aronson of Union. Doyle will now take on Coy Roos of West Liberty. Mitchell Mangold will now take on Zach Bevins of Solon, as Bevins was beaten by Easton Graff of Sergeant Bluff Luton in the quarterfinals. 160 pounds, Cole Davis of Independence was pinned by Justin McCoon of Red Oak in 3 minutes and 8 seconds. As Davis will now move to the backside, he'll take on Carson Devine of Algona. At 170 pounds, Wyatt Volker of West Delaware with a 5-4 win over Spencer Newberry of Osage. Coming up tonight, Volker will have another match with Paul Ryan of Mount Vernon, the 4th week in a row that these two will have faced each other. At 182 pounds, Jack Newhouse of West Delaware will take on Abe Mickle of Maquoketa, as Mickle was beaten by Nolan Harsh of ADM. 195, Jordan Brees of West Delaware was pinned in 3 minutes and 46 seconds by Dalton Chip of Hampton Dumont. Brees will now move to the backside and take on Andy Murphy of Decorah. At 220 pounds, Blake Stahlberg was beaten 7-2 to Cade Hambley of Clear Lake. Stahlberg moves to the backside. He'll now take on Jarrett Meyer of Central Lyon, George Little Rock. And at heavyweight, great matchup as Carson Petlin of West Delaware, 3-2 win in the ultimate tiebreaker over Drew Evans of Independence. Petlin tonight will wrestle Spencer Trenery of Clarion Goldfield in the semifinals. Evans moves to the backside. He'll take on Jarrett Fastert of Central Lyon, George Little Rock. Take a look at the team scores after that round. As West Delaware was leading going into this round, I'm sure that has changed probably quite dramatically here as the Hawks with just the 2 semifinalists. Now the Hawks are still leading with 29 points as second place is Solon with 28 points, Crestwood third with 27, PCM fourth with 26.5 points. So only 3 points total separate the top 5, as fifth place is ADM with 26 points. So Hawks lead after that round there. So the Hawks need to desperately get some guys in the place on the medal stand coming up here in order to keep that lead. So now we will take a break, and we'll come back at 152 pounds with Elijah Demmer of Western Dubuque. So stay with us. You're listening to the 2019 Iowa High School State Wrestling Championships from KMCH Sports.
GSI and Nubiana Ag Automation are committed to quality and dependability. They grow with you with their full line of grain bins, dryers, and accessories customized to fit your needs and maximize